this works. Idiot of the day. Jeff here, commit, don't quit, into the blue. Anyways, we are on. Hopefully, you can see me. If you can, I think you should be able to see me. Just let me know if you can hear me now. That's my main concern. As long as you can hear me, I don't know. I think. Hi, Jeff. Everybody, Desmond Saunders, Dave, Mia, Aussie 1968. Who else do we have here? Lane Gamer, Country Cycle Cam, World of Wildlife. Is the sound working? Yes, and we can hear you. Good. Okay, that was my main concern. Last time, I think I turned the wrong mic off, and then when I switched around, it didn't work. I think I've got it now. Anyways, like I said to everybody, awesome, epic adventures. Wow, cool setup. Hey, how are you? It's great to see you. Like I said before, the reason I'm doing that 10-minute intro thing, it's like a notification for me. It lets anybody that's looking out on YouTube who's live, they'll see it, but they may not get the notification. It might pop in pretty much by the time we go live, because I notice some people say it's 5-10 minutes once you're live till you get the notification. So I thought I'm going to start doing that every day. Like I said, nobody has to ever come in 10 minutes early. This just lets it run while I'm getting things going in the background. That's all it is. Anyways, hopefully everybody's having a good day. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Yes, we can hear you over the bubbles. Yeah, I noticed. I don't know how to switch that. I guess I could take the audio in completely, but a few people said they liked it, so you can definitely hear me over the bubbles, right? It's not too loud. You know what's so funny? I can't hear it. I can just hear my goofy voice, but on the playback I'll hear the bubbles. The reason I did the scuba, everybody seemed to say they liked that one the best, so I thought today we'll use the scuba, tomorrow we'll use a different one, but anyways, here we are. Let's see here. Steve Believe. Hey, Steve. Hey, how are you? Well, Jeff, a quick hello. I'm at work. No worries, Steve. Everybody, I know I'm about 2 hours earlier. It's 12. It's lunchtime here, 12 o'clock. Our daughter, it was her birthday Friday. She turned 16. Anyways, we didn't see her on Saturday, but we picked her up yesterday. She came over. We went to my mom's, had like a birthday dinner at my mom's, a cake, and she opened her presents and all that kind of stuff. So, it was like a week-long celebration. But anyways, in the meantime, she decided she was going to stay over last night. And her mom had asked last week, could she stay over? I think it was Tuesday night. She was headed somewhere overnight, so she wasn't going to be home. So we said, oh yeah, no problem. Anyway, she said she was going to stay over last night. We said, perfect. Then we thought we're taking her back. Then in the meantime, she says, can I stay? And I'm like, yeah, no problem. So anyway, she's staying tonight. She stayed last night, tonight, tomorrow night, and then she stays till Wednesday. That's pretty much it. And then she goes back to her mom's Wednesday evening after her mom gets home. So needless to say, Jenna's done at 2:30. So I'm literally about 25 minutes to half an hour away. On the other, we live in the East End, and she lives way over in the West End of the city. So needless to say, you know what, 2 o'clock isn't a good time for me to go live the next couple days. So I'll probably just go on at lunchtime for an hour and stuff. I'll be on. It's 12 now. I'll be on till 1. Then I'll close it off because I'll have to start getting everything packed up and then the tiny bit. Anyways, let me see what's going on here. Let's see here. Oh, not your average JoJo. Hey, Joe, how are you, sweetheart? That's my wife, everybody. I know you can probably, Dave's saying you can hear the bubbles, but I don't think I messed it up this time. I was actually able to play that intro 10-minute music, Joe, and get the mic off and get it back on, get it working so everything's working. Got the good one. Hey, buddy, how are you, mate? It's good to see you. Hi, Jeff. Hi, Eddie the Day. Good to see you. Yeah, thanks very much, my friend. I'm sorry, everybody, that last week we were on till, I think I was on Monday, Tuesday, and then I wasn't on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We dropped my wife off. We did a quick live from the car, about half an hour. Just drove around the city. It was my daughter's birthday, so we wished her happy birthday and stuff. She turned 16. And then last night, Joe and I went on. So we really weren't on a ton last week. But anyways, we spent the time where the kids were off. Just with them. That's pretty much what we did. And the reason I'm wearing this is because, you know, the Chrome Dome, it shines. It's not literally green screen, but the image here, I haven't ironed it out yet. We actually ordered a green screen from Amazon last night, so we should have it by Friday, I guess. And a couple of people said some of that glitchiness right there should sorry about that, should disappear and stuff once the green screen. But in the meantime, my head is bald, so I get a glare off my head. So I thought, you know what, we'll wear a hat just to eliminate that. Let's see here. Let's see. Gamer, hey Jeff, I'm leaving the stream running. Literally got 2 hours still trying to figure out why the live stream was lagging. Got 2 hours sleep trying to figure out why my live stream was lagging. Oh, Lame Gamer, you get to bed, okay? Sorry, you don't even have to worry about this. Thanks for dropping in, okay, my friend, I appreciate it. But yeah, go get some rest. Have a good one, okay? I hope things work out for you, my friend. And thanks again for dropping in. I appreciate it. Let's see. Got that fixed, but need some rest. Oh yeah, Lame Gamer, get some rest, buddy. Get some rest, and thanks for dropping in, okay? Get some rest, my friend. Oh, jeez. Steve, did you like that? Yeah, Joe, you know what, I'm not one to dress up ever. Joe, the only person to get me ever to dress up is my wife. And last night she had me dressed up with green hair and everything. I wore it for about 20-25 minutes. Then I said, it's too hot. I looked like Andy from Raggedy Ann and Andy last night with the green hair. But, yeah, you know, we had some fun. But after 25 minutes, I said, enough's enough. I can't wear it anymore. It's too hot. Let me see. I'm just going to take a sip. As Gary Scanlon would say, you know, look at that, hey? It's a glass of water. He would say it's shine, but it's water. Walker fam, hey, how are you? It's great to see you. We're underwater. We're in the blue today. Oh, gosh. This one seems to work a little bit better. I mean, everybody knows it's just a sheet right now till we get that green screen. But you're able to, when it's dark, you're able to eliminate a lot of stuff better. But this is literally just sorry about that. You can see the glitchiness and stuff. Once the actual green screen comes, I'll be able to get some of the fuzziness and that away. But I'm wearing a hat just because it's shut. You see that? If I move, and look at that. If I move like that, it disappears. But it's good to see you. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate it. Jeff, don't lean to the right or we don't see you. Oh, okay. To the right? This way? Maybe that's better, is it? Or maybe move the camera view over a bit. Is that better, Joe? It doesn't matter if I move the camera. Let me just leave the camera the way it is, Joe. If I play around with the camera, I'll mess it up here. Awesome epic adventures. The bubbles are kind of relaxing, are they? Yeah, I like it. You know what? It loops back. I think it's about 30 seconds or a minute. It just loops as you can see it all and stuff like that. If it makes anybody sick, just let me know. But I kind of just like the view and stuff like that. It just to liven things up. That's all it is. Just like everybody else does with their streams. Some people have different things going on. I didn't have a lot of things. I just pretty much trying to eliminate the kitchen, which, you know what, everybody I've seen for some time now. So that's pretty much all I'm doing. I'm just, you know, once I get things ironed out a little bit better, I won't just keep us off to the left here or the right, whatever you want to say. But I'll move it and get things a little more stable. But Idiot of the Day ASMR, Dave. Oh gosh. Hey Berto, how are you, buddy? Scarlet Berto. Jeff, happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday. You know what's funny? We were up an hour earlier this morning. My daughter, she's with us till Wednesday, the next 3 days. So that's technically the reason I'm on. I'm 2 hours earlier than usual. And after Wednesday, I'll go back to the 2 o'clock time frame, so nobody has to see me early and stuff like that. This is just good time here. It's 12 o'clock. It's lunchtime. It's about 12 after 12, and I'll go on for the hour. Go on to 1 o'clock here, and then I'll get off here. But it's just a good time to go on. So, and you know, I have to go pick her up at the other end. My wife said to her, she said, "What time do you want us to pick you up last night?" And she says, "Oh, it's okay. I'll walk." We're like, it's literally almost half an hour to the other side of the city here. So anyways, last night we had the Juno Awards here. That's the Canadian Music Awards. They came to London. They brought them to London this year. It was the first time that I ever remember. Maybe they've been to London years ago, but I never remember them being here. And been here, what, 23 years now, and they've never been here. Juno Awards are like the Grammy Awards in the States, and I imagine, I'm not trying to be rude, but I know in the UK, the only thing I know is the Britpop Awards. I just remember seeing those. Now that's me being not knowledgeable on everything that, but I know, I remember those awards years ago. I don't even know if different award ceremonies and stuff like that was changed. There could be something completely different. But anyways, they're the big music awards here in Canada. Last night, about 9 o'clock, nobody knew he was coming. They had like David Foster, he's a producer and stuff. I think Corey Hart. Does anybody remember Corey Hart? He hasn't been popular in almost 30 years. He had that song, I Wear My Sunglasses at Night. Do you remember him in the 80s? He got inducted to the Hall of Fame here last night. And it was fun. It was on the TV, I guess, and some of the stuff here. And they had some other young stars that I don't have any idea. My daughter would know who they are. Like, I think Shawn Mendes, he's Canadian. He wasn't here. I think he was in Europe. He was in Germany or something, but he won a bunch of awards. But anyways, Sarah McLachlan, anybody know who she is? She hosted it last night. And who showed up to give one of the awards away? About halfway through it, Sting showed up. And I was like, what the heck is Sting doing at the Juno Awards? Sting showed up, and he was given one of the awards. I guess he's in Toronto. He's doing a musical, like some theatrical show in Toronto for a while. So Toronto's literally an hour and a half, 2 hours away from here, so it's easy to get here. But anyways, he showed up. That was a big thing, I guess. Let's put it this way. We're London, Ontario. We're about 500,000, 400-some thousand people. We live halfway between Toronto and Detroit. It's just a college, university town and stuff like that. But anyways, we have this arena called Budweiser Gardens. It's where they play the hockey, and they also have a lot of concerts. Like we've had, you get a lot of big bands like Metallica, Guns N' Roses. The only band that's never been here that I would love to have seen was U2. Foo Fighters have been, all the bigger bands, and that they all come through when they're going between Toronto and Detroit. But Green Day, whoever you want to see. But anyways, that's where they did the awards show last night, so it's kind of interesting. Joe says, don't move the camera, just don't lean to your right. Okay, so I should go this way then. Oh yeah, you see it, Joe? If what have I done? What have I done? Look at that. If I straighten it out, is that better? Let me see if I can get this straight. I think I've messed something up here. I don't know what happened. But let's see if I can get that image a little bit better, the filter. That better? That seems a bit better. I just had to change the filter view. So anyways, that's done, and I will... Give me a second. Close that. Okay, I'm just closing a few screens here. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, fellas, I know there's, Steve and God, the good one, you fellas like guitars. I love guitar. Anyways, Joe, can you drop Eric's link in there for me? If you can. If you can't, Joe, let me know. I'll drop his link in. But let me know if you can drop his link in. Once you drop it, I'm going to tell them what it is. But I want you to see if you can drop Eric, EVH, Joe. If you can't, just let me know, please. Let's see. The underwater theme is amazing. Is it, Joe? Okay, good. Yeah, sorry about some of the images. We'll get everything ironed out eventually. Let's see. Can't speak. Awesome Epic Adventures 3M in Australia starting to doze. Have a great day, everyone. Catch you on the next time. Yes, you take care. Sorry it's so early for you. You have a great day. Thanks again. Desmond's Dawn, just the stream of small bubbles on Jeff's ear just before the switch back to the cave is cracking me up. Oh, it's Dave. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Dave. I'm so trying my best with this, and I'm enjoying it. I just have to figure it out. God, the good one. Any of the day the Brit Award is drivel. Now nobody in the musician is a musician anymore. Laugh out loud. God, the good one. Here, the same thing. They're all like musicians. Like my daughter likes Drake. I know who he is. He's a rapper. I like rock music. I do not like rap I mean, each their own. That's not what I grew up on, so I don't know that kind of music. It's not my style. But all the newer style, it's like you said, crap. It's not my style. Not to the young kids, you know, they like it, but you know, I do not like Shawn Mendes. I mean, to each their own, but he's a young kid's musician. I really don't even call him a musician. I would call him, you know, like a Justin Bieber pop singer or whatever it is. But let's see here. Desmond's Daughters, Dave says, agreed, God, the good one. And many of them cannot sing outside the studio. That's exactly why I don't really like music. Most of it's just that, what's that program they use, not autocorrect, what is that program, Auto-Tune or whatever? That's, for me, it's a bunch of garbage as far as I'm concerned. Yes, God, the good one. Auto-Tune is evil. You've got that right, my friend. I mean, you know what? Anybody, any one of us with Auto-Tune could make the greatest song in history. As far as they're concerned, just note by note, just one word at a time, one letter at a time, we could do it. Not your average joke. Joe, it says, Jeff, it isn't the settings. When you lean to your right, you get cut off as you're so close to the edge of the screen. Okay, no worries. I'll tell you later. Okay, no problem, Joe. Literally, like I said, okay, thanks. So my wife dropped a link. It's called EVH Gear and TV. I know a couple of you were talking about guitar, Steve and God the Good One. The reason I dropped EVH Gear and TV, that's my friend Eric. He's got a channel. EVH is for Eddie Van Halen, and anyways, he's sponsored by Kramer Guitars. But if you take a look at that link, if you like guitar, if you check that link out, Eric does a great channel on like a music channel on guitars and stuff like that. But EVH Gear and TV, just a week ago or so. If you like guitar, if you remember Living Colour, do you remember them? Living Colour has a guitarist named Vernon Reid, and it was Eric from EVH Gear and TV. If you like guitar, he interviewed Vernon Reid from Living Colour. It was fantastic. But anyways, if you like guitar, it's great, and that's what the EVH Gear and TV is. If you don't, well, understandable. But if you do like music and you love guitar, that's a great one. He's got some great musicians on there and stuff like that that he's interviewed and stuff. But, that's just if you like music and stuff. Desmond Saunders, Dave says, even I can sing without a tune. Dave, that's exactly. I could never sing in a million years. Maybe when I was a little kid, you know, you went to choir practice when your mom sent you to choir or something as a child. But beyond that, I could never sing. Never. Let's see. 3D production come dropping in to say hi in between working on content. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, my channel's all about horror movies. I do remember that, my friend. I do remember. Thank you very much for dropping in. And I realize everybody's busy, so you know what? Even just dropping in a second means a lot. I really do appreciate it. And this isn't usually my normal time. Here in Canada, where I am, it's lunchtime. It's about 20 after 12 in the afternoon. But usually I go on at 2 o'clock normal time, as Desmond's Daughters and Steve and a few other people would know. But my daughter's here this week for the next 3 days, and she's done school at 2:30, so I'll be leaving just probably about 10 to 2 to go to the other side of the city to pick her up. So I just won't be on, not that anybody it matters, but just to let you know, that's why I'm on probably today, tomorrow, and the next day. But then I'll be back the rest of the week, back to 2 o'clock slot. That's just the reason, and the reason for the hat is because since the Chroma Key program does cut things out a little bit, my head is bald and it shines a little bit. So literally, the hat eliminates the shine. That's all. 3D production company. I have 6 videos I'm working on today. Oh, that's amazing. That is awesome. Dave from Desmond's Daughter says, laugh a lot. I was in a choir solo soprano when puberty hit. Now the only note I can carry is written on paper. Yeah, you know what? Grab the cojones, Dave, and that's pretty much about the only way I'd be able to sing, my friend. Got the good one. Brilliant. I met. Oh, did you? I met Living Colour at an Anthrax gig when they supported them. Oh my gosh, brilliant. Oh man, Scott Ian, Anthrax, Joey Belladonna. I love me some Anthrax. Oh man, do I love Anthrax. But yeah, I loved Living Colour. and he's interviewed a bunch of people, but he's got a bunch of different channels. EVH Gear is his big one. That's his music channel. He's interviewed guys from Dream Theater and stuff. I love Dream Theater. And there's a band out there called Sons of Apollo. Sons of Apollo are guys from I think Mike Portnoy, the drummer of Dream Theater's in that band, and then he's got Ron Bumblebee, whatever. He was in Guns N' Roses. And then Billy Sheehan, if you know Billy Sheehan, the bass player. I mean, Billy Sheehan, an awesome bass player and stuff like that. He's in Sons of Apollo, and then there's a Jeff Scott Soto, I think is the singer. But anyways, Sons of Apollo, he's interviewed them. He's interviewed the guys from Mr. Big, tons of other, like some thrash bands and stuff like that too. And it just eluded me. I can't think off the top of my head. Like, there's way more than that. These are just some names, random names I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Like, that's just the tip of the iceberg. He's been doing it a few years. But, yeah, pretty interesting. And being able to interview, he was at NAMM this year, a couple months ago, and he met, a bunch of people down there. He met George Lynch of Lynch Mob and Dokken and stuff. I was really into that 80s music, that kind of guitar music. I guess I don't know if they call it hair metal or what, but I really was into that as a teenager and stuff. But yeah, no, I loved Anthrax. Oh my gosh, Joey Belladonna that was a good choice to bring him back. Anyways, yeah, I love me some Anthrax. Oh my gosh, do I ever. So, anyways, how's everybody else doing? How's everybody's day doing? Everybody having a good Monday? Everybody have a good weekend? We had a great weekend. It was fun yesterday, to St. Paddy's Day and stuff like that. Literally, it's my wife's dad's birthday and stuff. His birthday's on March 17th, so we live quite a distance away from him, so she doesn't get to see him on his birthday, but you know what, always celebrate for her dad's birthday and stuff. But yeah, we had a good weekend. We took, well, not the kids, just our son. Our daughter wasn't here on Saturday, but we went out to this place called McLaughlin Sugar Bush. It's like a maple syrup sugar farm. It's like it's a big farm. They have a lot of trees and stuff like that, and what they do is they tap them for maple sugar and stuff like that, maple syrup. And anyways, it's fun. The kids go. They take you out into the bush and stuff and show you how it's made and stuff like that. And so we filmed like a little video and that on Saturday and stuff like that. Probably either tonight or tomorrow. I'm gonna get it put together and put it up this week. It'll probably be like 5 or 6 minutes once it's compressed. But yeah, just kind of some fun and stuff like that. Just having like a brunch and stuff like that, like pancakes and all that. And then I met some people. I was filming inside the little log cabin restaurant that they have in there, and I came across this guy. Funny as anything. I didn't realize when I was filming, I filmed them a little bit. I just really filmed their heads. I really wasn't filming them. He thought I was just filming them, so he wanted to know what was going on, and I told him. And then he thought, oh my gosh, he asked me about 3 or 4 times what the name of the channel was. I said Idiot of the Day. So anyways, he was an older guy. Nice fella. It was him and his wife, and I think his either daughter or son. The other couple that was with him. Their kids and stuff. I think their boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife and that. Anyways, they were with him, and he says, oh yeah, he says, I can be the idiot of the day. And I said, what? The next thing I know, he takes his teeth out. I don't know if I've got it on camera anywhere, but funniest darn thing I've ever seen in my life. Got a good one. Billy Sheehan is amazing. Paul Gilbert. Yes. Well, if you like Paul Gilbert, he's interviewed Billy Sheehan with Sons of Apollo, but got the good one. If you like Paul Gilbert, that's the fella. Joe, how long ago? I think back in November or December or something, he interviewed Paul Gilbert. So if you check that at EVH and Gear, he's interviewed Paul Gilbert and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I loved Mr. Big. It's too bad about what's his name, Pat Torpey, the drummer and stuff like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed Mr. Big. I was right into them at the end of the 80s and beginning of the 90s and stuff. Good band, really. And I love, like, if I could have played guitar up to par, which I can't. It's something I've kind of dabbled with, just some fun in that. When I was younger, I could have played a lot better than I could now, but I played guitar since about 1985 and stuff like that. When I was younger, it was a lot different, but as I got older, you kind of put things away, unfortunately, once you have the kids and stuff. And I loved, what's his name, Nuno Bencourt of Extreme. I mean, not everybody likes Extreme, but that guitar, is absolutely brilliant. His guitar playing on that Washburn is amazing, amazing. And yes, Paul Gilbert is my favorite guitarist ever. He's such a nice guy, isn't he? Yeah, and you know what? He talks about, because if you ever watch his instructional videos and stuff, he's like, I don't know if he teaches. I think he taught music in one. I don't know if it was on MIT. I don't know. Was it Guitar Institute or MIT or what? I don't know where he, like, I'm not going to try to make up and try to pretend like I know where he taught music, but I think he taught music at one of the, either in California or some, I don't know, but I think he taught music there for a while, or still does off on the side. Jordan's running, hey Lee, hey, how are you? Hi everybody. I'm underwater today. Yeah, just underwater. Just trying to liven things up, Lee. Just trying to liven things up. I'm goofing around with, it's not, as you can see, it's not a full green screen, it's just an image and stuff and like that. But we ordered one on the weekend and we'll probably get it on Friday, and once we get that, a few people said some of the specs and that should be eliminated, so I'm kind of hoping. But Sylvia, hey, how are you, Sylvia? It's great to see you. Well, we, Jeff, hi everybody. Yes, Sylvia, I'm not usually on, you know that. I'm probably sure that not usually on at this time of day. It's about 12:30 in the afternoon. Daughter's here. She's, well, I mean, she's at school this week, but she's here. She was here yesterday and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. She goes back to her mom's Wednesday night, but in the meantime, she lives over on the other side of the city. About, look at that, yeah, that's not so good. But about 25-30 minutes away. So about 2:30, she's done school. So I will pick her up. I'll pick her up just at 2:30. So my usual time at 2 that I usually go on. I won't be here the next 3 days at 2 o'clock just because I'll be picking her up from school. But I'll be coming on probably from 12 to 1 Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then after that, go back to the normal grind of, not grind, but the normal 2 p.m. slot. But that's the only reason. I'm trying to get back to normal again, but just the next 3 days while she's here. I just won't be on exactly at 2. But it's good to see everybody. Thanks very much. You waste my key, buddy. How are you? As you can see, I put the hat on. You know the old chrome dome here. When I use this image in the background, the light shines right here. If I don't move, you don't see the glitchiness as much. But right in here, you see like a glare. So to eliminate that, I just put a hat on, and you know what? It's eliminated, at least for the time being. It's good to see you. Uploading my mug video. Oh, good, Michael, good. We'll look forward to it. I'm looking forward to that. Thanks very much. I can't wait to see Drone Journey. You can green screen my channel anytime. Oh, that would, now, Lee, that I would love, because the drone, I know I probably can't because I get in trouble, but that, some of your footage, well, not some of it, any of your footage, Lee, is absolutely brilliant, because that's why I love the drones, because I've never seen anything like it. Like I always say, the drone footage, 99% of the footage I've ever seen out there is pretty much something like out of a movie and stuff like that. But it is fantastically, it really is. You do a fantastic job, you really do. Mickey XOXO, ooh, love the underwater. Hey Mickey, how are you? It's good to see you. Geo Jerry's Adventure, Jerry, how are you, buddy? Everybody, the reason you didn't see me a lot last week, just the kids were off. It's we call it March break here. It's like spring break. They were off last week, and Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, pretty much. I spent with the kids, and I spent with the kids all weekend. It was my daughter's 16th birthday on Friday, so yeah, that's the reason I wasn't on a lot with things, but. Back to the, I say back to the grind today and stuff like that. But that's the only reason I wasn't on a lot last week, so I apologize. But let's see here. Yeah, Mickey, I'm just trying to liven things up. It's not a 100% green screen, but I'm doing like a chroma key to try to eliminate stuff. And I put the hat on so you don't see the bald spot. When the light comes down with this, it leaves like a glitchy image right on my head. So if I put the hat on, you don't see it. And we've messed around with it. We like the way it looks, other than, you know, some of the... If I use the filters here, I can try to block it out. And some points of the day, like at night, this you don't even see this at night. For some reason, it's so dark. This gets eliminated. But give me a second. I don't know if... give me a second. Yeah, that might work better. Yeah, that actually probably works better. Or maybe not, I don't know. So anyways, I just put like a green blanket on the chair, and it's supposed to eliminate the chair. But yeah, I'm just trying to change things up a little bit. But we want to see how it worked, and it some days is better than others. But since then, we've ordered the green screen off Amazon last night or the day before, I forget. We're getting it Friday, so hopefully some of this glitchiness that you see, it's just a filter. You can, I think you can eliminate it that way. Let's see here. Oh, yes, Sylvia, thanks so much. Yes, she turned 16, and I'll tell you, she wasn't even with us Friday. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, I mean, she spent a lot of last week with us anyways, but she spent Thursday and Friday at her mom's. Thursday, Friday, Saturday at her mom's, then she came yesterday. But Thursday, she went out for dinner, like a birthday dinner with her mom and her aunt. And then Friday, since it was her birthday, she had, they went out for sushi, all the girls. There was like, with her, there was 7 girls. And they all went to her mom's. They had a big sleepover. She had all her friends from school and that. And they had a little bit of party and stuff like that. So, anyways, you know what? She's 16. I can't believe it. It goes by in a blink of an eye. 16 quickly. Disney's daughters, nobody has noticed yet, thankfully. Dave. It's barely noticeable. Looks good, Jeff. Thanks, Sylvia. I appreciate it. Like I said, and with the darker colors, it seems to work a little bit better. And as you can see, some are a little bit more transparent on some of the sides. But, I mean, it is what it is. Throwing Journey. Or a rubber ring and a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, Mickey, can you imagine? I don't want to see it. Nobody else does either, Mickey. Oh, my gosh. I'm getting older, but I don't need to be that guy, Mickey. I remember, you know, when I was younger, you know, you go to the beach when you're on vacation, and you see that old guy walking down the beach with the Speedo. And it was always an old guy, right? It's never a young guy. I imagine with the young women are like going goo goo gaga or whatever over. It was always the old guy wearing a Speedo. Hairy back, whatever, and that big gut. That was always the guy with the Speedo. So anyways, I haven't got to that range yet, but you know what? I still don't need to be in a Speedo. Nobody needs, I definitely don't need to see it. Oh, yikes, I'd scare myself, Mickey, so, but yeah, no Speedos for me. Oh, gosh. Sylvia says I've got flippers. Flippers. That's funny. Our son, he walks around the house in flip-flops all the time. He uses those as his, I think he wears flip-flops as not sandals, as slippers or whatever. Instead, he wears them all over the house. G-Money Strong Outdoors, good afternoon. Hey, buddy, how are you? It's good to see you. Thanks very much for coming. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm just kind of messing around with things and stuff like that. Just trying to jazz things up. Just trying to change things up. And I'm not my usual time. I'm usually at 2 o'clock. It's about 12:30 here. My daughter's here for the next couple days, and while she's here, I pick her up at what do you call it? At school. She's done at 2:30, so my 2 o'clock time frame that I go on, I just won't be on the next couple days. I'll be back Thursday, back to the normal time, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'll just do from 12 to 1, so just an hour and stuff. Probably about 25 more minutes, and then I'll be done. But yeah, just for a couple days and be back to normal the next day. Drone Journey, you look like him. Do us a rap. Yeah. Can you imagine? That's never gonna happen, Lee. That's never gonna happen. I could never do rap music for all the money in the world. Drone Journey, but no, literally, you know what? I could wear it this way, but if I wear it this way, it looks kind of goofy. So this way, it's, you know, you can still see my face, and it just eliminates the shine on my head. That's all it is. It's just a good way to eliminate the shine. I mean, I wear a hat pretty much all the time, especially in the summer. I don't go out without a hat, but anyways, let's see here. Let's see. Where was I? What was I going to say? There's something I was going to ask. Desmond's daughters, Dave. I haven't got caught up on a lot of videos yet, but I'm going to watch Trev's peanut butter and mayo challenge. I just haven't seen it yet, but I am going to watch it later on, either today or this evening and stuff. I will get to it. I honestly just haven't got to everything yet. That's the problem. Trying to catch up to a few, but not up to everything 100% yet. Let's see. Sylvia says, it's cold enough here. I'm wearing my winter hat still. Yeah, you know what's funny? The sun's out, Sylvia, and today it's actually not so bad here, but it feels like spring's starting to come, but it's starting to feel like it. I don't think we need to put everything away just quite yet. I mean, there's still, this week and next week left of March, and usually, you know what, you never know, at least here in Canada, you never know what we're going to get. One way or the other, it either comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, or comes in like a lamb and goes out like a lion. And depending on where you are, some say it came in like a lamb, so it's going to go out like a lion, so it's going to get pretty bad in the next week or two, I imagine. But you never know. You never know. Let's see here. Journey says, I'm bald, but don't worry, it will grow back. Jeez, Lee. You know what? Actually, I'm not completely bald, Lee. It's just, I'm not really bald. What the problem is, it's thin. And, you know, you get older, and I don't like it thin. I've seen the old guys with the comb overs. I've never done that. It's not thin like that, but I don't like it. I always, as I got older, I always kept like I was almost a military cut, like a square little haircut or whatever. But it's thinning out a little bit, so I don't like that anymore. So just, you know what, shave it off, and it grows back in a week. Mickey, currently 67 Fahrenheit, sunny. Oh, that sounds beautiful right now, Mickey. It does. That sounds nice. Oh, excuse me. So, how's everybody's day doing? Anybody have anything exciting going on? Did everybody see Bob on Pusa Studios on Saturday, right? Saturday night. He was in Montreal. Him and his wife went down to Montreal, I think, for the weekend and stuff like that. And you know what? I think surprised everybody when Andrew's wife, Ksenia, went off screen for a second. All of a sudden, boom! There's Bob sitting in the chair. I think it surprised everybody. But I'm sure you know what? I think he came on last night just to say he was home and stuff. But it sounds like he must have had a good time, which is nice. I think, as far as I know, it's the first time he was ever over to Canada and stuff, but as far as I could see, it sounded like he had a good time. Mickey says, be back, gonna get some more food. Okay, Mickey, sounds good. Drone Journey says, I'm happy I went bald. Many Hollywood stars went bald too. What a lucky time for me. Exactly, Lee. You know what? If you'd went probably 30 years ago, it was a totally different story. You know what? There wasn't anybody, but once some of those big guys like that British fellow, what's his name? Jason Statham, the other fellow from Fast and Furious, the Vin Diesel, and you know, I'm just making up names. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, a bunch of them. You know, seems like it's a normal thing now. Drone Journey, Lee. It seems more normal for people, stuff like that. I mean, it's just hair, right? When I was younger, it bothered me when I was a teenager. I never thought in a million years it would happen. But you know, as you get older, you just start to come to the realization it doesn't matter anymore. Let's see. Drone Journey, Lee says, my freezer broke last night. I'm having a feast tonight. Oh gosh, I'm sorry to hear that. Are you able to get it fixed, or will it take long to get fixed, or do you have to get a new one? Or that really that kind of isn't the greatest thing when they go. I remember we had this one went a couple of years. The one in our kitchen, you can't see it, but the one in the kitchen went a couple of years ago. Luckily, we have a neighbor. He fixes he fixes that kind of stuff for a living. So he came in, and you know what? He didn't take a darn dime for the thing. We were going to pay him for his. I think he just he charged us for the part. That was it. He could have charged us like an arm and a leg to fix the darn thing, but super nice guy. You know, he's that kind. You know, the kind of guy that give you his shirt off his back. He came in, and within about 35-40 minutes, I think he had it fixed and stuff. But yeah, I hope you're able to get it fixed, my friend. I hope so. I guess Mr. Anders Dave says, editing the under videos and making HF antennas for the motorhome. Jerry's Adventure says, it's warm and in the 60s here. Oh, Jerry, that sounds amazing right now. Yes, Drone Journey, Bruce Willis, yes. Remember that? When did I see him go? What's that movie he did? This one. I love this movie. Can you see it? Unbreakable. That's, I think, the first time I ever saw Bruce Willis when he went bald. I think he probably did before, but I think that was the first movie that I remember him in. Yeah, I like Bruce Willis. Jordan Journey says kebab shop from now on. Dismissed understates says laugh aloud. Now he has a green screen and he wants to show us the kitchen. Yeah, Dave, exactly. Why not? You know what? You know me. It doesn't take small minds for me, right? Small minds. Oh gosh, my gosh. I need to play music in the background. That's what I need. Let's see here. Let's see. Jordan Journey at least says this, Miss Donners. Yes, he filmed a wife cooking in the background. Oh gosh, Shelly. Yeah, no, she, you know what? She actually likes that it can be eliminated. I mean, I do too, but she wants to fix things up and get things as organized as possible. Once we get that all done, we can even just have images instead of video, whatever. But dude, this, hey Tony, how are you? And the heavy breathing stream. Hey, how are you, Tony? It's good to see you. You know what? Your son did a good review. I guess he's reviewing that this morning, and that on that. What's the band? Not the band. What's that channel called? Not was it MC or MR or something? Tony, I apologize. I can't remember the exact name of the channel, but he did a good job. But you know what? Your intro and it looks amazing. It really does. To the intro of like to your channel, my friend. It really looks nice. It really does. Let's see. Lee says she wants to leave the plates out for you to wash. Oh, Lee, I don't mind doing the plates. It's totally fine with me. Actually, you know what? To be truthful, I don't mind doing the dishes or the laundry. Somebody always says I make somebody a good wife, but yeah, no, I don't mind. It takes me 2 seconds. My wife says, yeah, you'll do them, but she says we can't for the life get our kids to do the chores. I don't know what it is. You know, today's generation, they don't want to seem to do. They think they can just go through life like it's you know what a handout. But view this as MJ Rock. That's it. View this as thanks man. We're getting there. Oh no, you certainly are. You certainly are. It looks amazing, the intro. Now you know what, I'd love to do an intro, but I haven't figured that out. I'm gonna be honest. I tried to watch a few videos, but most videos I couldn't find like a way. I'll put it this way, I have no idea how to do it, so that's the reason that we haven't done one. If we do, I'm going to have to get my wife's assistance, because I'd like to, but like I said, I'm just it's the one thing that eludes me, but I mean, maybe eventually. Lee says, okay, can you wash my plates and washing, I'm lazy, so get to going to get a green screen. Yes, Lee, exactly. Oh, you know what? I don't mind. They're just dishes and laundry. You know what? It's not so bad, Lee. Literally, you know what? I'll go put the washing machine on, go upstairs, get the laundry. By the time I get that, you know what? Everything's foamed up in the machine. Throw them in, close it, half an hour, throw it in the dryer. 45 minutes later, take it out, go put it away. Not so bad. View this as I bought it on Fiverr. Now view this. I'm just being stupid about this. Is Fiverr like a? Sorry, I guess I need to move over here. What's Fiverr? Is that like a? I have no idea. It sounds familiar, but there it is. Maybe, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not actually sure what Fiverr is. Viewed this, but I'm not really sure. It must be a web site, I imagine, or like a. We just ordered one last night, I think it was. Either last night or the night before on Amazon. Should be here by Friday, but Fiverr must be a website, I'm not imagining. Let's see, Desmond's numbers. Dave says, laugh a lot. The oldies probably said that about our generation. Oh, Dave, exactly. I know exactly. But I'm starting to sound like an old guy now. It's funny, my kids, they're all saying it, but Drone Jimmy says, I have software that makes intros, can make some for you for free. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, like I said, I don't know much about that stuff. I've tried to search intros, but like all they're doing when I search, it's showing me the intros. It's not showing me how to do it. So, but that would be cool. Tony says, viewed this as Fiverr is a site that you can contract professionals. Oh, I had my logo made for. seriously? I had my logo made for $5. Intro cost me 10. Oh wow, that's amazing, Tony. I didn't know that. I don't know. Take a look at it. Like I said, I don't know much about them, so well, I don't know a thing about them, but I did not know that. Drone Journey says, I sell on Fiverr. I will do it free. Oh, that's cool, Drone Journey. That's cool. I viewed this as eat $15 I spent. Oh, best $15 I spent in a while. No, it is really cool. Yes, I know. Sorry, Tony, but no, that's very cool. Like I said, everything we've done so far. I just check the tutorials and stuff like that. We search it up. It's like OBS. When we started OBS, I just watched a couple tutorials and messed around with it and everything else too. But I didn't know that, honestly. A lot of things I find, you know, you talk to people on here, and I'm not as up to date on all the lingo. You know, probably talking to my kids. Now my son, it's funny, he's got a little channel and stuff, and you know, he's made a couple of small videos and stuff, just literally on his phone and that. And you know, he wants to do more and stuff like that. He says to Mom, "Can you get? Can you help me do?" He shot some footage and stuff, and he wants my wife to put them together. She says it's just she needs to find some time to get it done. But anyways, in the meantime, he figured out he plays Fortnite on his Xbox all the time. And you know what? Some of the kids and some of the people play Xbox like Fortnite, and they stream it on YouTube or whatever programs, I guess, and Twitch and stuff like that. But anyways, on the weekend, he figured out how to just set up a stream for Fortnite, and he streamed it, and he taped it or videoed, set it up, and he put it out on his YouTube channel. So he has put a video up. I think it's like 10 or 11 minutes. And we were so proud of him because he did it all by himself. He's 11 years old. He did it all by himself. It's funny, you know, the little kids, I bet you, it's funny, the little kid could do something so much more advanced. And it's funny, you know, he does programming in school and that. He was talking about, he showed us how to set all this weird stuff up. I thought, how do you know how to do that? He says, well, I just watch it in school. I do it in school all the time. So it's kind of interesting. Vita says, was fast and easy paid on PayPal. Oh, that's awesome, Tony. Like I said, you know what? I don't know about a lot of sites and that. I know about a few, and that's about it. But it's kind of nice to know, and like, you know, hearing people talk about it and stuff on here and that. Because that's how I find a lot of the things. And not unfortunately, that's how I find a lot of the things that I'm looking up, usually from talking to people and stuff like that. But, give me 2 seconds. I just need some more. I'm a little dry here today. Excuse me. Oh gosh. So nobody here watches. I'm pretty sure nobody here in the stream watches Game of Thrones, do they? I know when AU Pac-Man, when John comes on, I've messed things up again. I don't know what keeps happening. Tony, I think the green screen itself, when it comes, I'm hoping. It's funny, you know what? In the day, it's so wonky. The image and stuff. As I take the filter, the chroma key, and mess around with it, and it gets all set, and it seems to be working properly. But at night, if you use it, it must be darker or something. I don't seem to get as much as this. And you know what? If I just move it a little bit, it gets eliminated. And if I do a few things, mess with things, everything's fine. But at night, it must be the light and stuff. But like you said, I'm hoping the actual screen that comes through Amazon or whatever, I hope it fixes a lot of the kind of glitchiness. Is this still working here? I'm hopeful this still works. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, nobody here watches Game of Thrones, do they? In the stream? I don't think. I know, like I said, AU Pac-Mule, John from AU Pac-Mule, he's right into it. He loves it. I think a lot of his live streams, I think just about all of his live streams are done with on Game of Thrones, but yeah, I don't think anybody watches that here. No, we, you know what, no, yeah, that's right, Dave does not like Game of Thrones. Desmond Donners does not like Game of Thrones. You know, it's funny, some of the people I think that would be right into it can't stand it. Like Paul from PMDB Entertainment. For some reason, I would have thought Paul would love Game of Thrones. Every time I even mention, he says, "Quit talking about it, mate." He goes, "Quit talking about it." But yeah, we're getting right into it. The new season 8, the finale of the show. Don't worry, I'll get off the subject in a minute. The season ends. It starts in the middle of April, I think. Season 8. Once that's done, Game of Thrones is no more. I think it's kaput. Then they do a backdrop of the show, I think, down the road, but I think that's it. But literally, the show really hasn't been on almost in 2 years. So my wife and I were like, you know what, there's only about a month till the show comes back. So about 2.5 weeks ago, we started rewatching it. And there's 7 seasons, and tonight we will be up to the end of season 6. In about 2.5 weeks, we watch 6 seasons. I mean, we were watching like 3-4 episodes every night. There's only like 10 episodes per season, so it doesn't take that long. But oh man, I absolutely love the show. And, you know, I'd seen it before, but most of it, I must have been dozing off most of the time. Dave, I'll stop, okay? Because you're probably dozing off. You're like, quit talking about it. Quit talking about it. But yeah, that's it. No more talking about Game of Thrones, everybody. Promise. No more talking about Game of Thrones. So what's everybody else have up for today? Anybody have anything exciting going on today or this week? Literally, like I said, our daughter's here. She's here till she's here to Wednesday, and then she'll go home and stuff like that. So that's pretty much all that's on our plate this week, and just kind of messing around with this. Once we get the green screen, we'll try to iron things out, and but that's about it. But yeah, that's Dave. I'm screaming pizza right now. Oh gosh, but yeah, that's about it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Let's see that work. Good. Hopefully, can you actually still see me? I just want to make sure anybody can still see or hear me. If you can, great. Oh, wait a second. Desmond's daughter says, off to meet a friend at Tom Navari Stones on Friday. Dave, is that a famous site, or is that close to where you live? And I wish I know I'm not pronouncing it right. Tom Navari Stones on Friday. Yes, we can see and hear you. Okay. You know what's funny, Dave? There's a show we watched. It takes place outside of Inverness or something. Outlander, and you know what? The whole show takes place like in the 1940s and then back in the 1740s. So like 200 years previous and stuff. And they go back and forth. And wherever they are in Inverness, I think they jump through the stones in the modern day time. And that's how they go back 200 years. She falls into the stones by accident. Well, I can't tell you exactly what it's called. She falls into it, and literally she goes back in time 200 years. It's quite a show, but Joe, what is that? Dave's talking about he's going to see a friend on the weekend on Friday. He's going to see a friend at Tom Navari Stones on Friday. Stuck at home with the flu. Oh, I'm sorry, Jerry. I'm sorry you're not feeling the best. Joe says, I'm back, everyone. Damn work always gets in the way of you two. Oh, gosh, Joe. Joe, I'm trying to tell Dave what, on Outlander, you know how they go back and forth between time? Is it Inverness or is it something else? What's the town called, and what are the stones called? For the life of me, I cannot think exactly what it's called, Joe, and I kind of feel stupid because we love this show, but I don't know exactly what it's called. Yeah, I hope Jerry's feeling better as well, Joe. I hope he is. Distance under Stone Circle, about 60 miles away. You're pronouncing it well. Inverness is stuck in the 40s. Is it? These stones are near Tarland in Aberdeenshire. No, you know what? Like I said, Dave, honestly, when you show the footage and stuff, where you go and stuff like that, we have absolutely, there's nothing here in North America that's like that. Absolutely nothing. The closest that you would ever get to something like kind of historical, if you went out east, like to New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, Newfoundland, and stuff like that, Dave, That's as close as we would get to anything old. But beyond that, there's nothing here, Dave. Nothing exists really that's back in time at all. Like, there's a little bit of history, but you know, we don't have the history like you do over there in any way. That's it, Joe. Dave, now tell me, is this a real place that Joe's saying? She says it's Inverness. The Stones are at Craig, whatever she's saying. And I know I'm making it up. They're at Craig, but oh, they're fictional, Joe. Okay, so forget that then, Dave. You don't have to worry about that. I thought it was a real place that Joe was going to say. Craig Done. Okay, so maybe that's Joe saying it's fictional. It's not real. So I guess asking Dave doesn't matter because it doesn't exist. But yeah, no, we do like the show. We really do. What's the fella's name in the show? Jamie and Claire, right? Oh gosh, that's a good show. That is a good show. Joe, I'm screaming pizza right now. Do you get it? You know what? I pretty much did about an hour, Joe, and I'm pretty much gonna call it a day now in about a minute or two. Like I said, I was only gonna go on from about 12 to 1 today. I won't do like a long one today at all. And after today, I have Tuesday and Wednesday, and then after that, I'll be back to the 2 o'clock time frame. But this was just a good time. I was telling everybody, Joe, to come on, just because I picked Jen up at just at 2:30 on that. Usually when I'm on at 2, it's just not, it wouldn't be a good time. I won't be home. And the only other way is to, Dave, as you say, the addiction's real, would be to literally sit outside her school, go to the Tim Hortons coffee shop, about 2 minutes away, sit there and do a live from that. But I don't think I'll do that. I think the last time the employees were ready to kick me off site, but yeah, no more lives from the Tim Hortons, not for now at least. Not for now. But I see what you're saying, Joe. When I move into one side, I start to right here, right? I think that's what you're talking about. You kept saying right, and I thought that's my right here. This is my right here, but you were talking about the other right. Desmond Saunders, Craig Done is fictional. Made up shots from Callanish on the Isle Lewis and Clava Cairns, which is near Inverness. Well, like I said, Dave, this is just, you know, we're watching a television show, so not that we know anything more than that, or like we looked it up in a book or on the internet, because we've never been there. So unfortunately, we don't know. But very interesting, just so beautiful. Not the countryside is absolutely beautiful, and that's why I think Joe and I we started. I think that's the show we started with, Dave. We started with Outlander. From there, we went into Game of Thrones. But we love Game of Thrones and Outlander because the scenery, you don't ever see, you know, the footage and stuff like that. They don't have stuff like that usually on most of the shows over here. Unless they're going overseas and filming. And I mean, like, Game of Thrones I think it's filmed all over the world. Like I think in Northern Ireland, I think in British Columbia in certain spots, and Iceland and Croatia, and there's a ton of other places. Those are just things off the top of my head right now. But Desmond Saunders Dave says, oh, and the site Craig Done is 100 miles south of Inverness. Is it? Okay. Now, like I said, it's just what they say on the show and stuff like that. But it's so interesting. It really is. It really is. It really is. But anyways, on that note, it's just after 1 o'clock now, and I won't bore everybody to an extreme. Just literally, I'm gonna have to go wrap things up. Oh, the filming spot, is it? Okay, the filming spot. Well, it's absolutely beautiful. It really is. It's absolutely beautiful. Dave, I got a quick question. They always say in England and stuff like that it rains just about every day. Now, Scotland, quick question. Does it rain as much there? Like, everything's so lush everywhere over there. Does it rain as much there too, or is this just my stupidity? And I'm asking, a basic question. Somebody there would be like, "What the heck's he asking?" Just a real quick question. If it really does rain as much as, we have fellow Pierce crossing guard at Ethan's school. He's right from Ireland and stuff. He said there it does rain just about every day. Tony says, view this. I'm running around in the mountains today with one of my reps. So the stream is cutting in and out on me. I'm going to have to go and have a great day. Yeah, Tony, no worries. I'm going to cut this off anyways. You have a great day. And thanks again for coming. I really appreciate it. You have a good day, Tony. Desmond's Donners, laugh a light, it rains 9 months. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. Desmond's Donners, laugh a light, it rains 9 months of the year. The other 3, it drips off the trees. You know what? In my head, when everybody says it rains as much as it does, in my head I think, you know, probably in the morning it rains for like half an hour, and that's what they mean. It rains every day. But, I mean, we have no idea. Because, you know, when you watch the shows and the movies and the documentaries, you know what? It's so lush, we don't see it raining. So, you know, you see it the odds and ends, but you don't see it as much. Tony Journey, Lee says, sorry, I'm back. Had a visitor. Oh, no worries, Lee, no worries. Have a great day, Tony. Yes, good to see you, Lee. It is, Joe. It is. So, on that note, everybody, I am going to... Let's see, Desmond's Donners. I was told that by an old gamekeeper, the weather is good here most of the time. Yes, we can get a lot of rain, but we also get a lot of dry spells. Okay. Like I said, Dave, this isn't try to be like a lame-o and ask questions. It's just, you know, since we've never been there, it's just questions, and it's nice to know. It really is. We always said to Joe, she said to me too, I'm the only one in the family that's not actually been there, so like been overseas, over to the UK and Europe and stuff like that. We've been, I've been to Australia. That's a totally different part, but I've never been there. Eventually, one day, I'd love to go. My wife says that we have to eventually. Jerry says, Desmond's Donners, that sounds like Washington. Yeah, I imagine it probably does rain there a lot, quite a bit. Anyways, everybody, I really appreciate your coming today. I really do, and you know what? Like I said, sorry it was early today. It was just a good time. Sorry about that. The dog's just waking up off the couch, and one of the dogs outside's barking, so I think she's deciding it's her time now. So on that note, I should close this off now. But yeah, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, it'll just be 2 hours earlier, and after that, we'll be back to our 2 o'clock time slot. But thanks for coming. I really, sorry about that, everybody. Thanks for coming. I really appreciate you for dropping in and spending your time with us and stuff like that. Sorry about the dog. So everybody, have yourself a good day, afternoon, and good evening, and we'll catch you tomorrow. But thanks, everybody. Sorry about that. The dog's getting excited. I better get closed off. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks again. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.